Hello, my name is Reina Garcia, and I'm going to be talking today about the danger of a single story. So, when I was young, my dad did not have a babysitting for the summer when school was out. So, my cousins and myself would be sent to Mexico to spend the summer. We would spend the summer in my grandma's house in the country, or in the inlands of Mexico. So this is how I remember the house. I do not have actual pictures, so I am sharing what it's my remembrance. The hammocks, it's where we would sleep sometimes and we would rest. So there's minimum chairs, and so we lived in a farm. In the farm, we harvested our own food. We had goats, cows, horses, chickens, river, so we went fishing. We had lots of fun. We swam in the rivers, we jumped in the rivers, we rode the horses, and that's how I remember our summers. But we also worked hard. We helped with the harvesting, we helped with the making of the food, and that's actually how we made tortillas, and that's actually how we went to fetch the water. As I mentioned, we provided our own food. So we went to the river and caught the fish and clean up the fish and dried up the fish. So this is how we would dry the fish, and we would kill our animals and cook them. We would milk the cows for milk, and we would make cream, cheese, butter, the cheese right here. And this is a picture of a cow and the different cuts of the cow. And the older ones were required to learn how to cut the cow in this way. So the younger ones would kill the chickens, and some other ones would kill the porks. And so it was not a bad thing, it was a way of living. When we were young, we loved our summers. Reality check when we started to grow up and we started to hear don't eat meat, eating meat is bad, killing animals, go vegan, and all stuff like that. So in our minds, this is how we remember them. We did not remember them being in any sort of danger or in any sort of causing harm. We never saw our preparing our food as causing harm in any way. We killed the pork, and the pork was delicious, and we ate it. So it was part of a natural way of life. And so when I think of my summers and how we prepare the food, and we were not inhumane with any of the animals. They served as a means to sustain all of us. That was different for me to see. That was my side of the story. My side of the story was we did not cause any harm when we were killing these animals to eat them. On the other hand, in a globalized society, animals do get hurt, and animals do get harmed and get injected and abused in order to feed humanity. So that is my side of the story. It took a long time for me to make that my experience, because that was not my experience. That's not how I saw the eating meat, because eating meat to me was not cruel. Eating meat to me, and I had been a part of the process of seeing a cow, killing a cow, preparing a cow, and it was not cruel. So that is my side of the story, and that's what I wanted to share, how I had to change my perception and how I saw things differently once I was exposed to a different side of the story. Now, this is how I would like to remember my story, but that unfortunately that is not the reality of it. I had wonderful experiences as a child, but because I was not exposed to it, because it was a normal, gentle thing to do, it took me a long time to realize the other side of the story. Thank you.